Several persons have been affected. Those that have been displaced up to now, we're talking about 11,700 people. Now, livestock have also been swept away, and this includes 10,000 heads of livestock. Now, various parts of farmlands have also been submerged, and therefore making it very difficult for agricultural activities to go on. Now, to date, also 29 people have lost their lives. This is something really that we regret that even now it is still happening, and another 6 have been injured. The concern, therefore, that any Kenya would be interested in is that what is the government doing about this? And the government has been working very closely, not the national government as well as county government, including other non-state actors like the Red Cross, to be able to provide assistance to local communities in the affected counties. So interventions have been categorized as short-term and long-term. Short-term interventions include the following. There have been rescue operations that have been conducted by the government to be able to help those that have been marooned and taken to safer areas. Been enhanced supply of food items to the affected communities, distribution of non-food items to the affected communities, affected people. Non-food items here basically mean things like blankets, sanitary towels, bar soaps, and kitchenware. Water supply and sanitation and hygiene have also been addressed by the Ministry of Health. But we're also encouraging communities living in flood-prone areas to vacate their homes and move to higher grounds. This is something that government has consistently, preached about. Long-term measures. This include construction of dams and water ponds to harvest runoff water for irrigation purposes during dry weather. Construction of dikes to control rivers that occasionally break their banks. The construction of all-weather and permanent bridges that are resilient to changing weather conditions. Supporting proper housing and resettlement of people in danger-prone areas. Supporting the construction of proper hygienic ablution blocks in learning institutions, because do you recall that there was a school in Machakos that the ablution block actually sank in. So this is a policy of the government that all ablution blocks will be constructed in a manner that they cannot sink, even during times of heavy rainfall. 50 metric tons of food will be delivered to the affected counties. Now, these food items are as follows: 700 bags of rice, 2,500 bags of beans, 400 cartons of cooking oil, and 100 bales of fortified foods. Fortified foods are food with high nutritional value. Now, this will be transported just like the non-food items by trucks today and be strategically positioned in Marsabit, Garissa, Kiminini, Nyando, Busia, and Kwanza. So you can see that all the areas that are affected will be provided relief food assistance by the government. So what you're trying to avoid is a situation whereby you're using a helicopter to provide food items and non-food items all the way from Nairobi. That would be very, very expensive. So what the government is currently doing is to position the food near those that have been affected. Then the aircraft will go there, pick the food, and distribute it. Those schools that are in regions that are affected by floods and they have got pupils who are doing examinations, the government has made contingency plans to be able to ensure that exams are airlifted to them and they are able to take the exams. So parents not to be concerned about their pupils, as far as this flooding issue is concerned, because the government is in full control.